It's my favorite evening. I'm pacing around the floor. Got southern woods and waters gonna take me out the door. Got coffee on a perkin. I'm about to have some fun. They'll have my mind chasing some critter on the run. Bring it on, southern woods and waters. Make me hear that sound of a fish that's breaking water or the bawling of some hounds. Make me smell that river mud, feel clean air on my face. Bring it on, southern woods and waters, show me that special place.
Probably about 11-inch crappie.
Welcome everybody to this week's edition of Southern Woods and Waters. We have got a super special show put together for you guys tonight. I know that a few months ago, lots of you enjoyed watching a video we made with Dude and Roy. That's Dude Maddox and Roy Whitehead. And they're just an absolute hoot to watch them get out and get fishing on the lake. Tonight we're going to take you guys on a striper trip that they let Richard tag along with them on. I missed out on this one, but Richard got to tag along with them, and they even let him get on a little bit of the action. So we'll go ahead and pan out. I have got one of them with me tonight. I've got Dude Maddox here in the studio with me, and I appreciate you being back with us tonight.
Glad to be here.
Coming on and talking with us, and then we couldn't get Roy talked into coming, so we let Richard come back this week. We figured we can handle it 2 weeks in a row, you know. But no, we're really excited about this one. It's you guys had a good day. Y'all really put some fish in the boat.
We did.
Yes. Roy doesn't seem to have too hard a time finding them fish when y'all get after them. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's good at that.
He's good at it. And sometimes y'all had a graph full of fish, and there's one example here in a little while where there was one fish on the graph. And dude, you dropped right down in there and got him.
Sure.
And off he went. You know, you didn't have to have a bunch of them on the graph. But,
no.
But anyhow, again, over in Old Hickory Lake is where they're going to be at. And they're going to be chasing striper. Now, we're going to talk a little bit later on about deer season. That's going to be opening up this weekend. So we've got a little bit of deer talk lined up for you tonight. And another good message from Pastor Tim. So to tell you what, let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to go over to the lake for the first segment of fishing with Dude and Roy.
Ready.
Welcome to Southern Woods and Water, and another episode of the Two Grumpy Old Men. Mr. Roy Whitehead on my right here, which is one of the better hybrid fishermen in the state of Tennessee, along also one of the better striper fishers along in the state of Tennessee. And we're on Old Hickory Lake today, and we're going to see if we can't catch us a big striper today. Roy's been having pretty good success, so we're going to try it out and see if we catch a striper today. We thank the good Lord for the opportunity to be out in this great outdoors today, and we just invite you to come along, enjoy yourself, sit back and relax and have some fun. We'll talk.
I was going to say, I don't know what he's going coming this way.
Just stop check his license.
Yeah.
He's got a permit to be on this lake or not.
Ooh, I knew you had a man. Dip out them little dudes. Yeah.
I'll just leave this one down to
You might do that hang going on the outside there and the rod hole. That hole you went on the other side. What I come here, dude. Get him, Roy. He's very big. Come on, dude, get him. I gotta keep it ain't very big. Much of it.
You don't go ahead and top the water.
Okay. What I can do. Roy got him. Get him, Roy. Fish everywhere, right down there now. Right now. Dude, I don't know why your pole ain't getting it here.
You'll keep this one?
Yeah, we keep her 6. Look, yeah. Well, give me a break. I gotta put your pole down. There's too many fish down there. You not be getting them back.
Don't keep this, Roy?
Yeah, we're gonna keep 6.
Okay.
How better luck if you just hook him through the top lip, not all the way through the mouth.
Just through the top lip?
Yeah, just on his mouth, slide it through his lip.
More lip.
Right there, it should tighten up on it.
I did it. Yeah. I did it, man. It wasn't easy.
He's gonna be gone there if somebody don't get a hold of him or in the log over a warning.
Easy, Roy. Easy, Roy. We got everything under control. Mr. Richard has got the fish on the pole, our honored guest, on his first struggle of the day.
Boy.
Get him, Mr. Richard.
No, I'll be all right. Trying to get him up here when we get the net.
Here, I'll handle the net.
I got you out
Here,
here.
Roy. You got to do it on your own like I did. Let me get over here where I can see him.
Run around. I cannot do it. Boy, he's fighting.
I can't get you. Okay, now I've got you.
There you go. 15 pounds.
Nice fish.
There he is. Come on. Get in that net.
Get in that net, he said. Atta boy.
Get him both.
Way to go, Richard. Way to go, man. Now display that gentleman.
Here we go.
There he is.
That's how you do it.
That's the way you do it, brother. Throw me in that ice chest. Let's do it again. Should have done it. I believe I've done a better job on my filming that time. I didn't get as much sky except when I tried to come up here and get a hold of you up here. Town.
Well, got another.
Got another. Which one you want? Let me.
Okay, Richard, I can't take that camera.
Can't work the camera. You got a fight, boy.
Well,
Old Grouchy number 1, Grouchy number 2 up here doubling up.
They're at it.
this is the dude you like your line. This is better fish.
That net's right behind you, dude.
Huh?
There's a net right behind you. Right here. Woo!
Where's that net? Okay. The baby there.
I gotta get a fish here. Need this in here, look here. You don't see a fish. I can't get him because dude's playing with the net.
Well, the flow fish is in the net, Roy. I can't do nothing with him.
Now there's your fish, yeah. Now get up there and smile real big about that, Richard.
You smiling.
I ain't gonna do
You're
it.
the one that got him there. You smile. That is a nice one right there, about a 20-pounder.
Now he both 22.
Roy's always exaggerating. Ain't got no scale, so it can be as big as we want. It might be 30, I don't know.
He's a big fish, y'all. I don't know either, but I do know he's a big fish.
Post and starts crowing. He wasn't doing no crowing early, but look at him. He's up on that fence post right now. Watch them feathers ruffle up there. Watch the little banty crow. Oh, by the way, that's Grumpy number 1.
Y'all had a pretty good time, didn't you?
We had a ball. We have a ball every time Roy and I get together. Roy stays on me pretty heavy.
Yeah, he does. But y'all a pretty good combination on them fish.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's just so much fun to follow along with you, and got another segment of that coming up, and it's just about as wild as the first one. I mean, you guys were doubling up. I mean,
Yeah.
there was multiple times that you were doubled
Yeah,
up.
when
so.
they hit hard,
Yeah.
and a bunch of them.
They did. Well, guys, we're going to go on over and do this week's wild game forecast. This week's wild games forecast is sponsored by the great folks over at Wilson Bank and Trust. They've been serving the Middle Tennessee community for over 30 years, and you can stop in at one of 28 locations and talk to them about all of your banking and financial needs. All right, well, our forecast is looking pretty good. I'll start out with the fact that, deer season's opening this weekend, and deer are kind of changing their feeding patterns a little bit. If you've been seeing them in the fields and the last week or so you're wondering why you aren't seeing what you were seeing, it's because those acorns have started hitting the ground. So now that that's happened, they're kind of transitioning their feeding over to acorns, and that's where you're going to find them this weekend for the opening weekend of deer season. You may have one on a food plot or a green field. I'm not saying you won't, but they're most likely going to be after acorns. Dude, tell us a little bit about what the crappie are doing right now.
Well, I can only speak for myself. Last Tuesday and Wednesday I limited out on Percy Priest, 4 hours one day, 6 hours the next. And yesterday I limited out, but it took me a lot longer. It slowed down quite a bit, took me about 7 hours. And I told my wife today I was tired of catching fish, so I was going to go Old Hickory. And that will humble you very quickly. So I went to Old Hickory today and fished 6 hours and had 8 keeping crappie. Probably caught 20 altogether. I had 8 nice crappie, but it was a drag. I'm telling you, Old Hickory's
Really
tough
had to
right
fight
now.
for them. About how deep are they right now?
Well, I caught my fish on Old Hickory today 8 feet deep. Now they were on Percy Priest last week. They were anywhere from 20 to 22 feet deep. Yesterday the water temperature had dropped down to 74 degrees, and so I went to the deep water, and you catch a ton of little black crappie. In fact, one hole I caught 15 black crappie. I was just going to see how many I catch, and didn't have a keeper out of the bunch in 22 feet of water. So I moved up in 14 feet of water, and the next hole I was in, I caught 10 out of a 12-foot stake bed. So they had actually moved up into shallow water since last week.
Good information. Guys, we want to remind you to follow us on Facebook and keep up with us there. We've always got some kind of giveaway going on, and y'all can follow along on the weekends with us as we're out hunting or fishing or covering a tournament, whatever we're doing. Also want to tell you to check us out at swwtv.com. You can find links to all of our sponsors there, and it's also a way that you can post your own stories and pictures there as well. We'll see you right back here in just a minute with this week's Pictures of the Week and some more Southern Woods and Waters.